The song changed, and Georgie squealed. "I love this song!" A man in a pink fedora caught her eye. "You in the hat!" she bellowed. Ashley laughed and watched Georgie and her new friend weave and slide in a complicated step. She threw her hands up and swayed to the beat. Music therapy. Hands slid around her waist from behind, but they weren't the right hands. Sweaty palms and thick fingers squeezed her hips. She stepped out of the grip and turned. Her uninvited partner was no Jason Bain. A few sheets to the wind and barely taller than she was, he was glistening under a beady layer of sweat. When he reached for her again, she shook her head. "No thanks." "Come on, baby." He made a grab for her arm and she sidestepped him. "Still no." Another pair of hands settled on her hips. The right ones. She felt the energy and the heat slide through her. "Leave. Now." Jason didn't have to shout over the music. The message was received loud and clear, and her sweaty friend beat a hasty retreat. Jason turned her around and pulled her in close. After the shortest hesitation, she brought her arms around his neck. Even in her heels, she had to lean her head back to look at him. They moved together to the beat. His hands roamed her back, and she enjoyed the shiver of skin-on-skin contact. "Thank you, but it wasn't necessary." "I'm sure you can take care of yourself, but I thought I would streamline the process." "I appreciate the thought." "When I see you make dangerous choices, it worries me." "I'm not going to jeopardize your secret mission. It's just a night out with my friend." "I'm not concerned with the mission. I'm worried about you. I want you to be safe." "Why should you care when my own fiancé doesn't?" "I care about what happens to you." He reached out and traced her jawline with his finger. She felt the blush warm her cheeks. Her bare knees brushed the inside of his pant legs. "I don't know what to say to that. What I do with my time isn't really your concern." "And yet, it still concerns me." "So, where does that leave us?" "In a strange situation." This time, he ran the pad of his thumb over her lower lip. She considered it a victory when she didn't let it tremble. Her lips parted, and she touched her tongue to his skin for just a second. She saw the change in his eyes, the sharpening. He pulled her tighter against him, trailing his hand down her jaw to her neck. "Guys!" Ashley guiltily jumped back and into Georgie. They tangled and almost went down in a heap before Jason reached out to steady them. "I can see it's time for another round of drinks," he said wryly. "Let's make it a last call round," Georgie suggested. "I've got a family breakfast tomorrow. Gramps hates it when I show up hungover." He gave Ashley's arm a squeeze. "I'll get the drinks." He disappeared into the crowd. "What was that?" She smacked Georgie's arm. Georgie smacked her back. "What was what?" "I was going to kiss him. I was in the process of getting ready to kiss him, and you interrupted on purpose." Yeah. He looked like he was going to eat you alive after you just got done telling me you weren't ready." "Didn't you just get done telling me to be ready?" "I am trying to be respectful of my friend's questionable life choices." Ashley groaned. "Thanks, I think." "How about a compromise? Sleep on it tonight before deciding whether or not you're a giant chicken depriving herself of—" She glanced over her shoulder to where Jason stood at the bar. "What could be one of life's finest pleasures." Ashley followed her gaze. "Do you think we're building this up to be some ridiculous fantasy that reality could never live up to?" "Nope. Most epic sex ever." Ashley sighed. "Yeah, that's what I thought."